Okay, welcome to the next tutorial of Blender, guys. So today we're going to be making a phone screen with some little chocolates on there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead first and foremost and go to the output, and we're going to place in our resolution for our phone screen size. So all you need to do is just research the size of your phone screen by pixel. So for mine personally, I think it's 1440 for the Y. Sorry, for the X. And then for this one, we are going with 3088. Just as such. So this should be the size of my phone screen when it comes to rendering. So what I'm going to do, let's delete the default cube. And let's also go to the render tab. If you haven't already, change out your EV to cycles right here. And let's go ahead and add a plane. I'm just going to go ahead and scale this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my phone screen just about here. So let's go to view, align view, and you want to align camera to view just here. And I'm going to go ahead and just scale the background out just a little bit as well. If it'll let me, there we go. Okay, so we're going to have this nice little background going on just here. Let's see. So I think kind of dangerous for me, but I think let's scale this outwards a little bit. I'm just going to pull this forward so that this is nicely in frame. So I'm going to go ahead and split the atom right here. So we've got these two little screens side by side, so you can see what's going to happen on this one, and then obviously the controls are still here as well. So once we've got this, let's go ahead and add a UV sphere. Right click shade smooth. And you want to go ahead and just place this just so that it sits on top of the surface, just as such. So with this particular one, what we're going to be doing, let's go ahead to the shading tab. We'll click new for shader. We get this principal BSDF right here. We're going to go add, and let's go with noise texture. And you want to go color to base color. So now you'll appear, all of these little dots will appear. Let's scale this up just a little bit. So we've got that nice little bobbin look, or bonbon look. And let's go ahead and add a color ramp. Just in the middle here. And what you want to do is you want to kind of make it like stars. So you will have like little white bits right here and then the black bit around the edge. Now this black, we're going to go ahead and change this to a brown for chocolate. Let's go ahead and take the roughness down. And you can put the metallic up if you want to. Just a little bit. So 0.045 is probably the best for this project. And then what I'm going to go and do, let's go ahead and add a noise texture again. Just at the back here. And I'm going to go with roughness. So this is going to give us a nice little kind of caramelized look. So it's like it's melting, but it's not quite melted. And then what I'm going to do is add in a bump for this as well, and place this between the principal BSDF and the noise texture. Now you want to change the color from the noise texture to height on the bump as such. So this may take a couple of seconds just to come through. And then you can mess around with the strength, the filter, whatever you would like, really, for this project. Just wait for the computer to do its calculations if this is taking a while for you. Totally up to you which numbers you want as well, depending on what your computer can handle. As you can see, my computer's taking its sweet time, which is fine. It's good. You know, it needs to do what it needs to do. So I'm going to turn up the roughness just ever so slightly, and hopefully this comes through. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you could also mess around with the distance a little bit, make it a little bit bumpy, which is really cool because then you can kind of get this kind of melting kind of texture around the outside. And I may go ahead and just add onto the colour ramp right here. Maybe you could have like a kind of green if you wanted some kind of minty kind of chocolates or something. Or some chocolates with some nice little patterns on them. But to be honest with you, I was kind of wanting to go with kind of like a dark brown just to offset some of that pattern. You could also mess around with some of the settings here. Just kind of blur that a little bit. Let's go ahead. Let's push that brown. And I'm going to go ahead and add a black actually. Just at the back. Yeah, there we go. So that kind of offsets it a little bit more. Just kind of pull that to the side so we've got that nice little shade going on. Okay, so once we have something like this, you can mess around with the settings and do whatever you need to do, really. I think that should be okay for my one. Let's go back to layout. We've got our little chocolate right here. And I'm just going to go ahead. Let's go 7 to heaven. Real quick. So we've got our camera right here. We've got the chocolates right here. I'm going to go ahead and just randomly place these across the board. As if they've just kind of been dropped by someone. Maybe just do that and then just shift. And then we go shift D. Just kind of move these across a little bit. Kind of give them some variation. Let's go with this one. Shift D. Move that across. Maybe put that in the middle. Let's get another one. We'll get one just off screen that will have out of focus. So you've got that nice little depth of field going on. Let's have that one there. Let's go G, move this across. Just kind of randomize them really. Let's have one that's just off camera just there. One there. Maybe a few at the back. To be honest with you, you could probably like click these and then like duplicate them all going that way. So I mean, it's totally up to you what you want to do. Just gonna go Shift D and place one in the middle right here. Yeah, so if you take all of these, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 13, I believe. Unless I've miscounted. Oh yeah, don't select your background as well, like I just did. So you've got them all here. Let's go, so as you kind of look more towards the background, it should kind of splay out a little bit more, so there's more room there, so you're going to need to put some more just up here. Just get rid of that one. Any ones that are kind of stuck together like these two, just get rid of the side one. Deselect that background again. And then go ahead and move this down to the side. Just a whole load of chocolate balls. Let's move that to the side. Any gaps and stuff like that, I mean, you can just go ahead and amend those, I guess. So let's take these 2, these 3, these 4, duplicate those over. You just kind of want it to look like a little kind of sprinkling of chocolates, essentially. Let's go for that one. I think I'm going to move this one and a few others because they look a little bit too uniform on this side. So maybe just move that outwards and then move this one to there. And that one. Move that back. You can go as far as you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and box select this and then just kind of Click that off. And then just duplicate all of these. Kinda little chocolate balls going into infinity. Just about there. Okay, so once you're done with all of your creative stuff and you're happy with where everything is, we can go ahead and kind of hit the render right here and see what this is going to look like. So now we have all these kind of little CG chocolate balls, but they don't look as real as I would like them to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alter this lighting and maybe make this surface a little bit more smoother. You could also get rid of the noise texture as well if that's something that bothers you with this. So let's go ahead and just get rid of this light right here. We'll go and we'll make almost like a studio light. So let's go plane. Let's go G. Bring this up. I'll show you what I'm doing. So if we scale this upwards and then rotate this at a slight angle, and then we go to Materials tab, New, Principal BSDF, to switch that out to emission. What we should have now is this little square that appears, and I just think this looks a lot more professional than a regular light, to be honest with you. If I just press S, just scale this outwards just a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and up the strength just ever so much, just like that. And maybe we could go ahead and press S, scale this kind of long ways as well. So now we have this. And what I'm going to do, let's make this background kind of like a grey or a black or something like that. Turn the roughness up. And just kind of pull that. Let's go a bit darker. Just as such. So, once we've got something like this, I think personally we should make these a little bit more shiny. So we could just go ahead and bump the metallic up just ever so slightly. Maybe not too much, but you could have something like that. And then to make these look even more real, we could go ahead, click the camera. So we got the little box right there that's around the edge, that's the camera. And then you've got the camera down here as well. You could click either. Let's go depth of field. Take the little dropper right here. And we are just going to choose essentially a chocolate. I think we'll go with this one. Go to your f-stop right here under aperture. And just go ahead and just reduce it down to 0.01. So now we're going to have something like this. So we kind of got this macro photography going on. If you want to go ahead and improve this and pull that focus a little bit, you can go ahead and just pull that up. Basically, the lower the number, the more that things will blur around the objects that you've chosen. So we have something like this now. So what I'm going to do is let's take the background and let's put this to black. So now we kind of have this infinity of chocolate. And then you have the blurred ones at the front here. The ones that are in focus. And I mean, you could put your time and date here on your phone. And then you've got your call symbols and stuff like that. And then you've got the nice little chocolates in between. So yeah, I think that's a tutorial in a nutshell. If you guys liked it, please subscribe. I would absolutely love the support. I'm trying to reach the 100,000 mark. So yeah, if you guys could get me there, that would be absolutely brilliant for me. That's kind of a goal that I want to reach. Yeah, if you like this tutorial, please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.